What did we just witness? Brother, oh my goodness. Oh my, bro, I want to breathe. I don't know what I've just witnessed. I don't know if this is, I'm going to be real, this might be one of the most exciting, most entertaining, most, everything about this game screams prime time Barclays Premier League. Where the hell should we start with this game? Should we start with the first half? Should we start with the second half? Should we start with a lineup? Should we start with a drama? Should we start with a red card? Should we start with the players coming on, the players going off, the referee, the fans, everything? Where the hell should we start? You know what? Let's take a breather. All of us to take a breather because I felt like I was playing, fam. That's the reason why I'm exhausted. I felt like I'm sweating as well. Let's take a breather. Let's try to dissect everything. Let's dissect every single moment, step by step, moment by moment, minute by minute. Before we start, before we do that, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's take a breather. This game, all the hype was worth it. Everyone, forget just today, for the past week, for the past month, ever since the whole Isaac situation, there was so much hype about this game. The custody of Isaac, they called it. And let's bear in mind as well, it's very important to bear in mind, every time Newcastle and Liverpool face each other, it's always entertaining. I can't recall one bad game between both teams. Last year, the Darwin Núñez 2-minute goals. Even if you go back the year before, and the year before, and the year before, or even 13-14, the Suarez, the goal. Like, every time Newcastle and Liverpool face each other, it's prime time. Drama, entertainment, everything about it screams a great game. And today, we witnessed a classic. This might be one of the best games I think I've ever watched. And I'm only 17 years old. I've watched a lot of football. This right there, from an everything point of view, this game had everything. And we'll talk about it. Bro, you know the cliche thing of the 12th man, the 12th man, the 12th man? That shit is real. I just witnessed it on TV. I wasn't even playing, but I felt the fans. I felt how involved the fans were. And the first 10 to 15 minutes, the first half an hour, let's say, the first half an hour, the Newcastle fans were literally a player on the pitch. Liverpool could barely breathe the first 30 minutes. They were outnumbered. They were out-dominated physically, mentally, everything about it. Everything about it screamed like Newcastle were on top on the 50-50s, the second challenges, the first challenges, the tackles, everything about Newcastle in the first 30 minutes, yeah, it was elite. It was insane. Like, they really, really bought into the magnitude of this occasion. And this occasion had so much hype about it. And then Liverpool and the Newcastle players were into it more than anything else. And I think Liverpool players expected it. I think Liverpool fans and the Liverpool players expected that this game was going to be that the tension was crazy. And I think they knew it. But I didn't think they knew it to that level because the first 30 minutes, no one could breathe. Like, you look at any player on the pitch, yeah, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know. Every time they got the ball, boom, 2-3 men on them. That's the reason why, bro, Newcastle, they had what? Their midfield within the first half, Bruno, Tonali, and Joe Linton, brother, they combined to what? 35 passes in one half. Because the mindset of Newcastle wasn't to even, let's pass the ball, tiki-taka. It wasn't. It was duels, 1v1s, duels, tackles, get stuck in. That was the mentality. That was the narrative which was built on it. And it worked. It worked till the 35th minute. Gravenberch, out of nowhere, the first attempt. Liverpool in the final third of Newcastle, the first time they even got close to that box, out of nowhere, Gravenberch from 35 yards, great finish. Great strike. I'm not taking anything away from it. That was a wonderful finish. Gravenberch just came back, and you could tell how important he was into that midfield. We witnessed it last week against Bournemouth. He is crucial to that midfield. And from there, I still felt that Newcastle could come back because, bro, we witnessed the first 30 minutes. If Newcastle had an actual striker, if Isaac was playing for Newcastle would have been 2-3-0 up within the first 30 minutes, 35 minutes before Gravenberch scored. But then the moment I'm letting the occasion get to me. A moment of just pure stupidness, pure If he played for my team, if I was the manager, I would have slapped the hell out of him because he let the game get to him. The game controlled him. He got brainwashed by the narrative of this game. Anthony Gordon with arguably the worst tackle, the most stupid tackle, because what he did is he costed his team within the first half and with 3 games to go, because he's going to get a 3-game suspension, and Newcastle needs him. He is their best player if Isaac is not there. He absolutely killed Newcastle. And the first half ended, and you kind of sensed, all right, cool, this is where Liverpool, if they get a second goal, that's it. That's the dagger. And literally within 30 seconds of the second half, they got the dagger. Ikitike, little couple interceptions within the box. I don't know where the ball went. Ikitike gets it inside the box. Clinical, bottom corner, exact same position where Gravenberch scored 2-0 Liverpool. And that was the dagger. That's what I felt, that the dagger was there. It felt like the game was over. It felt like the game was over. Then I don't understand. This is where Liverpool fans can tell me down in the comments. I don't know if this is mismanagement from Arne Slot. I don't know if the energy of Newcastle players went to another roof. I don't know if Liverpool players were a bit complacent. I don't know if the Liverpool players felt like the game was over. I don't know what happened. Maybe the substitution similar to last week against Bournemouth, where it went from 2-0 to 2-2. I don't know what happened. I got no idea what happened. But out of nowhere, that one goal which Newcastle got was enough to spark the energy and to spark the momentum and reverse it all over to Newcastle. The moment that first goal went in from Joe Linton, where he absolutely dunked on Kirkis, that was where Newcastle had full control of the whole game. The momentum went from Liverpool. The momentum went from a game where it was over. The momentum went from, that's it, 2-0, a man down, to now, even though with a man down, I'm still going to come back. I'm still going to fight for this shit. And I'm still going to fight for every single ball. And that's what they did. With the help of the fans played, the fans were the MVP. The fans, even though they lost, the fans were the MVP of how much they supported this team. And they supported it out of nowhere. Even at 2-1 down, the fans still felt that something can happen. And it did. At one point, when they scored out of nowhere, from a goal kick, all the way, which once we'll talk about Konate in terms of player performances. Out of nowhere, Osula, out of nowhere, 2-2. That pretty much from what minute? From 57 minute, from 60 minute to 98 minute, it felt like Newcastle were the team with 11 players and Liverpool were the team with 10 players. Liverpool, for that 30-minute stretch, were absolute disgusting. And we've seen it from Liverpool, by the way. This isn't new from Liverpool. I think when there's a lot of tension, they cave in. They usually cave in. When there's a lot of pressure getting thrown at them, they cave in. That's a lot of times where they were leading, boom, out of nowhere, that lead is gone. We witnessed it from last year as well. Last season, even with Jurgen Klopp. Even when Klopp was there, a couple leads went away because of this. I don't know if that was mentality. I don't know if the players. Again, this is a question for Liverpool to understand because they have to rectify this early on. But this is where, if you guys watch SDS, this is where I said, this man right here is going to be a star boy. This man right here is going to be a super boy. Star boy in the making. Superstar in the making. Mr. Rio, I'm not even going to pronounce his surname because you know the way I pronounce it, it ain't going to go well. Rio, brother. First of all, let's talk about how even they created the goal. Quick passes between 3 players. Who was it? I think Salah, and I think it was Sabas, Alex. I don't know what the 3 players on the right-hand side, but the quick case, I think, the combination play on the right-hand side was exceptional. Quick 1-2, 1-2, 1-3 passes between Salah with a pass. The person who faked it, I forgot who it was. But fam, I want everyone to understand it isn't as easy as you saw. Rio made it much, much easier. It's not easy. Context is important. He is 16 years old. This is his first professional appearance for Liverpool in the Premier League. This is him playing at St. James Park. This is where the tension is already crazy. This is where the momentum is already on Newcastle side. This is a young kid young kid, getting his chance. The ball's coming. The finish is not easy. The first time finish is not easy, especially at his age, because forget his age, we've seen players with 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience. When the ball comes to them the way it did, rosette, off target. They just scruff it. The way he perfectly, oh my goodness, what a finish. Rio, I swear to God, that finish told me a lot about him. I already made my observations about him as a player, but that finish itself took it to another level. This guy is incredible. This guy's got years to come. And that is a dream of a 16-year-old. Imagine coming on St. James Park, the atmosphere, the fans, and silencing everyone. Wow, wow, wow. But fam, I'm sweating already. Let's talk about player performances for me. And let's talk about the players that for me was horrific. Konate, his head is at Madrid. This Konate performance, let me know if you guys agree with this. This Konate performance reminds me very similar to Trent last season against United, where his head is not even with Liverpool. Konate's head is not with Liverpool at the moment. You could see it. Last game, I was like, let's see what happened next game. Brother, this game was arguably the worst back-to-back stinkers I've seen from a centre-back in a very long time. I might be forgetting something. But Konate, you could tell he's not there. Positionally, he was off. He was getting body left, right, centre. Whenever he got the ball, he was clumsy with it. He lost the ball. He wasn't composed. I'm not even going to give him the excuse of the crowd got to him. He got to himself. He was rattled early on. You could tell he doesn't want to be there. You could tell his head right now is at Madrid. He wants to be there. You could tell. If Liverpool are smart, they need a set. I'll talk about main takeaways afterwards. Another player who was, I think, again, the magnitude, Kirkus once again. Kirkus, bro, for that first goal, wow. Kirkus now got back-to-back games where I'm looking at him, I'm like, come on, bro. You need to adapt quicker. Last game, you weren't good enough. This game, you're not good enough either. You have to start adapting quicker. Mo Salah, yes, he left it with an assist. Yes, it looks green, but brother, you were non-existent as well. And I love you. You guys know how much I rate Mo Salah. I love Mo Salah, but this performance right there was disgraceful. It was absolutely disgraceful, but that's the kind of player he is. Bad game leaves with a GA, fam. Florian Wirtz, brother, listen, last game was a welcome to the Premier League moment. This is welcome to the Premier League moment part 2. How many parts do you want, fam? How many episodes do you want in the TV show act? Well, how many prison breaks is there, fam? You need to adapt, fam. But it's 2 games. It's early on. Ikitike, great finish. I think Curtis Jones was very good. For me, Gravenberch, vital as always. Vital as always. But Newcastle. I want to talk about one man before I end off. And his name is Bruno Guimaraes. Brother. This man right here, how can I say this in the best possible ways for me to give him the credit and the flowers he deserves? This man right here, if I ask you right now, I think this is the way to end it. If I ask you right now, how much is Bruno worth in today's market, in today's midfielders market where everyone's overpriced, everyone's going above what they are actually worth? How much is he worth? And how many teams need a Bruno? Because this guy right here did a man of 1, 2, but 3 midfielders into one. He absolutely dragged Newcastle from the depth and brought them to some sort of hope. He was sensational in this game, absolute sensational. From a defensive end, from a fighting spirit, from a passion, from the grinta, the Spanish grinta. He had everything. Wow, this was a leader display. But Liverpool, fair play. Last game, you weren't good enough. You picked up with 3 points. This game, you weren't good enough. You picked up with 3 points. But for Liverpool, you need a defender. You need a midfielder. A midfielder's vital, a defender's vital. I can even say 2 defenders. Yes, you signed this Italian kid. We don't know nothing about him. You need an absolute defender. Konate's not there yet. Konate's head is not there. You need a centre-back, you need a midfielder. I can arguably say you need a left winger, but I've said it even before the season started, give that chance to Rio, because I think Rio, it doesn't matter where his age at. You saw Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal got his chance at 16. Look what he did with it. Give Rio the chances, because I think he can deliver and he can become the player that he actually is. But a centre-back is vital. But put down in the comments what you guys made of today's game. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back tomorrow with the biggest winners and the biggest losers of game week 2 of the Premier League.